Buying an iPhone in 2025 is a minefield. Some models look like a great deal, but are actually digital time bombs, while others are secretly the smartest tech investments you can make. So, which is which? If you're thinking about buying an iPhone, stop everything and pay attention, because some models that seem good are not even worth buying used. And there are other iPhones that few people talk about but deliver far more than you'd expect. We're about to break down every relevant iPhone to show you which ones are truly worth your money. First, let's clear the field of the absolute no-goes. We're talking about the iPhone X series, the 10, the XR, the XS, and any model that came before them. You have to forget about these phones. They were released in 2018 or earlier, and besides being completely outdated, they no longer support the new versions of iOS. This isn't just about missing out on new emojis, it means you're not getting critical security updates that keep your data safe. Even if you find one for a shockingly low price, the battery will be shot, the performance will feel ancient, and it's simply not a wise investment. Think of it this way: accepting one of these phones, even as a gift, is like being handed a bill for a future battery replacement and a whole lot of frustration. But what about a slightly newer phone, like the iPhone 11? This one is a tempting trap. It's still incredibly popular, and its price has dropped to a point where it seems like a steal. But you have to think carefully. It runs on the A13 Bionic chip, which was a top-of-the-line processor in its day. Today, however, it just barely handles daily tasks. Yes, it will run WhatsApp, Instagram, and YouTube, and it can even handle some light games like Free Fire. But if you're a heavy user, or if you plan on playing more demanding games, you'll feel it struggle. The bigger issue is its future. The iPhone 11 is on its last legs for software support. It may get the next major iOS update, but it will be the last one, and performance will likely take a hit. When you compare it to Android phones in the same price range, you can find options that are far more complete, with better screens, more versatile cameras, and more modern features. Unless you are absolutely set on owning an iPhone and your budget cannot stretch a single dollar more, the iPhone 11 is a purchase you might regret.
So if the 11 is out, where does the smart money really start?
Let's talk about the iPhone 12. This is where the conversation changes. The iPhone 12 is the first model in the lineup that feels truly modern, and it's the bare minimum we'd recommend in 2025. It was the first iPhone to feature 5G, which is becoming more essential for fast, reliable connectivity. Under the hood, it has the A14 Bionic processor, a chip that is still incredibly fast and capable. To put it in perspective, it's a processor that still benchmarks incredibly well, making it a much more agile and future-proof option than the iPhone 11.
All models in the iPhone 12 lineup, the 12, 12 mini, 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max, use the same processor, so the raw performance is nearly identical. The Pro models, however, came with 6 GB of RAM compared to the standard 4 GB, which means they can juggle more apps at once and will likely age a bit more gracefully with future iOS updates. But the biggest weakness of the entire iPhone 12 line is the screen. It's a 60Hz display. In a world where even budget Android phones have smoother, high refresh rate screens, 60Hz can feel choppy, especially if you're used to something better. Still, the iPhone 12 delivers a lot of value. It has MagSafe for magnetic wireless charging, great video recording capabilities, and a design that still looks current. The 12 is a solid starting point, but for a little more, you can get a significant upgrade that hits the sweet spot of value.
Enter the iPhone 13. The iPhone 13 is, without a doubt, the reigning budget champion in 2025. For many people, this is the smartest iPhone purchase you can make. It takes everything that was great about the iPhone 12 and refines it. The processor is the A15 Bionic, which isn't just more powerful than the A14, it's also more power efficient, leading to noticeably better battery life. The main camera, while still 12 megapixels, features an improved sensor and a better lens, resulting in sharper photos with better low-light performance. It also introduced cinematic mode for video, is water-resistant, and is guaranteed to receive iOS updates for several more years, making it a safe long-term investment. However, there's a catch. The iPhone 13 is becoming increasingly difficult to find brand new, as Apple has discontinued its production. This has pushed many buyers toward the used or refurbished market, which is a perfectly viable option as long as you buy from a reputable source. A good quality refurbished iPhone 13 offers almost all the modern features you need at a price that's hard to beat. The 13 is fantastic, but it has a nearly identical twin that causes a lot of confusion: the iPhone 14. Is it worth the extra cash, or is it just a marketing gimmick?
Let's be brutally honest. The iPhone 14 is the S upgrade we didn't ask for. In practice, it's essentially an iPhone 13s. It uses the same A15 Bionic chip as the iPhone 13, although it's the slightly more powerful version from the iPhone 13 Pro, with an extra GPU core. It also has 6 gigs of RAM, up from the 13's 4 gigs, and the front camera has autofocus. But in day-to-day use, the real-world difference between between the iPhone 13 and iPhone 14 is incredibly small. The performance boost is negligible for the average user, and the camera improvements are minor. The problem is that the price difference is often not minor at all. You could end up paying a significant premium for a phone that feels almost identical to its predecessor. Our verdict is this: if you can find an iPhone 14 for the same price as an iPhone 13, or very close to it, then go for it. Otherwise, you're better off saving your money and sticking with the 13. It's one of the least exciting year-over-year upgrades Apple has ever released. But now, things get really interesting. Apple has thrown a wrench in the works with two models that are battling for the title of the best value in 2025. And the answer will surprise you. This brings us to the ultimate showdown: the iPhone 15 versus the rumored iPhone 16 SE. These two phones are currently fighting for the same spot in the market, priced very similarly, but they offer completely different philosophies. On one side, you have the iPhone 15. It brought some major upgrades from the Pro line down to the standard model, including the dynamic island, which replaces the old notch with a more interactive and useful interface. It also has a fantastic dual camera system with a 48-megapixel main sensor and an ultra-wide lens, supports fast MagSafe wireless charging, and has a screen that gets significantly brighter outdoors. It's a polished, premium-feeling device. On the other side, we have the rumored iPhone 16 SE. This phone is all about future-proofing. It's expected to come with the brand new A18 Bionic chip, the same one found in the flagship iPhone 16. It's also rumored to have 8 gigs of RAM, giving it a huge performance advantage over the iPhone 15. This power isn't just for show, it's designed to run Apple Intelligence, Apple's new suite of AI features, which the iPhone 15 will not support. The 16 SE is also expected to feature the customizable action button from the Pro models. However, it comes with compromises. It's rumored to have only a single rear camera, no ultra-wide lens, no dynamic island, and no MagSafe. So, what's the verdict? For most people looking for the smartest long-term investment, the iPhone 16 SE is the winner. The raw power of the A18 chip and access to the next generation of AI features will keep it feeling fast and relevant for years to come, long after the iPhone 15 starts to show its age.
But what if you want the best of the best without compromise? That's when you enter the Pro territory. If you're looking for premium features but don't want to pay the flagship price, the used market for Pro iPhones is where you should be looking. Specifically, the iPhone 13 Pro, 14 Pro Max, and 15 Pro. These phones are a major step up from the standard models. The biggest difference is the 120Hz ProMotion display, which makes every scroll, swipe, and animation feel incredibly smooth and responsive. Once you use it, it's hard to go back to a 60Hz screen. They also feature a more premium stainless steel or titanium construction, and most importantly, a far more versatile triple camera system that includes a telephoto lens for high-quality optical zoom. The iPhone 13 Pro is arguably one of the best used phones you can buy today, offering a near-perfect balance of performance and price. The 14 Pro Max gives you a larger screen, even better battery life, and the dynamic island. And the 15 Pro is an absolute powerhouse with the A17 Pro chip and 8 GB of RAM, making it a beast for gaming, professional video work, and any demanding task you can throw at it. But a word of caution: buying these models used requires extreme care. The market is flooded with devices that have had parts replaced with cheap, low-quality components. Always buy from a trusted vendor, and be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. Finally, we have to talk about the brand new flagships, the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. They're new, they're shiny, but are they a colossal waste of money? Let's be fair, these are very good phones. They feature a new design that some people love, they run on the powerful A18 Bionic chip, and they have a beautiful bright OLED screen with 2000 nits of peak brightness. But they have one shocking, almost unforgivable flaw. The display is still locked at 60 Hz. In 2025, for a phone that costs this much, that is simply unacceptable. It's a feature that makes the phone feel cheaper and less responsive than its competitors, and even less premium than a 3-year-old iPhone 13 Pro. For what you're paying, you are getting a terrible value proposition. You could get a used 14 Pro Max or 15 Pro with a superior 120Hz screen and a more versatile camera system for less money. Or you could opt for the much cheaper iPhone 16 SE and get the same level of performance. So who should buy the iPhone 16? In our opinion, you should only buy this phone if you absolutely must have the newest design, and that is your single most important priority. For everyone else, there are much smarter choices available.
So let's wrap this all up. Navigating the iPhone market in 2025 is tricky, but it becomes clear when you break it down. If you want to spend as little as possible, but still get a great, modern experience, the iPhone 13 is your budget king. If you're looking for the smartest, long-term value that will keep you on the cutting edge of performance and AI, the new iPhone 16 SE is the clear winner. Though, the iPhone 15 remains a solid choice if you value camera versatility and premium features over raw power. And if you want that top-tier Pro experience without the brand new price tag, a carefully selected used iPhone 13 Pro or 14 Pro Max offers incredible bang for your buck. Choosing an iPhone isn't just about specs. It's about predicting the future. The right choice today will still feel fast and and capable years from now, while the wrong one will be a source of frustration. So, which future will you choose?